All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I got something pretty cool, just a regular pouch. Right here, would you look at this little fella right there? This guy, I don't know if you can see it right over here, but I can tell you definitely this is Burchtree Bladeworks Boson in the flesh. Beautiful little liner lock. We're gonna check it out in a second. Let me just check the overall size of this fella, which is 18 centimeters, so not too big. Let's say sharpened edge could be like 7 centimeters with a 8 centimeter blade, and the handle overall is going to be 10 centimeters. So not too big, of course, but there's some greatness in this small package. A lot of things going on. I mean, carbon fiber, set of scales, that's pretty normal, I would say. It's fine, okay. You get a couple hardware right over here, which are beautifully flush with the scale, so nothing to say, nothing wrong with that. Check out this pretty unique pivot collar in a vintage Westinghouse micarta replicated on the back and matching the floating back spacer. How cool is this thing? That's really nice. You get, I think this is, the Damascus is a Nichols Damascus. I'm not gonna put my hand on the fire, but if you have more information, let me know if I'm wrong. Originally, these liners, they were blue anodized, but what happened? Clark just zero blasted those as well as the clip to give this pretty cool monochrome finish and have this yellow vintage Westinghouse micarta accents to pop like really well. Look at that, looks really cool. This is a flipper knife. We are seeing some pretty cool, nice work, like especially here, like this area here, where the scales are rounded off nicely, meeting the liner. It's very well made, I have to say that. Love the floating spacer like that. You know, see through, you see the washers, there's 4, and looks very nice. The liners are titanium. There's no internal skeletonization on the inside, just this, you know, to relieve, to get a little bit weight down, but it's not too heavy actually. Let's see. It is dense because it is a small knife, but 457 ounces, so not too bad because it's a chunky one. Look at the stock thickness. That's yeah, it's not like a slim one for sure. You have a very nice fit and finish for sure. Something pretty cool that I was mentioning here is this area here, which I really like rounded off like that and absolutely not rounded on the back. Nice contrast indeed. You see there's no chamfering right over here. I mean, it's rounded off lightly, but not really chamfered right over here, and boom. From here starts the smoothness, the roundness. I love that detail. You get a little bit of jimping right here to get a little bit more friction here when you disengage the lock bar. Pretty early lockup, but it's very solidly locked up. You get some jimping right over here at the flipper tab, which is gonna suggest that you can easily do a push button and this thing is gonna fly open. You can probably even do a light switch like that, but push button, just go with that. What else do we have? A tip-up carry, kind of deep carry, pocket clip, hiding one screw right beneath that, but not really hiding this. So this one could have been like there, and maybe a tiny bit cleaner clip side, but still, it's all right. This is how Clark is zero blasting stuff. Pretty nice. And you have this, that's a pretty nice blade, I have to say. I love the high contrast. You see the nickel popping really well. You have the Burchtree logo which is kind of camouflaged in between the Damascus pattern. So the laser etching is just shimmering like that. So that's good. You get a little bit of jimping, which is absolutely not functional. It's just like too shallow to give you a little bit of a grip. This one here is fine. This is a little bit too shallow. You have a perfectly fine finger dimple right over here on the spine of the blade. Nice wedge, very aggressive, reaching the tip with a curvature, which I love. And like this line over here, this long radius plunge grind, creating this hollow grind primary bevel, is fantastic. This thing is very hard to make. Really hard, hollow. There's one thing, there's no sharpening choice. So right over here you have kind of like a belly up to this point. You get a recurve up to this point, which is there. So you see, you get an area for your finger, so kind of sharpening, finger choil, it's not really there, but there's no sharpening choil. So you gotta be careful when you sharpen that, not to just go too much over. So just be careful with that, but beside that, this blade looks pretty nice. Yeah, this guy is running on bearings, but there's no guillotine effect. You have to, there's no detent ball ramp right there. Actually, it looks like there is a little bit of detent ball ramp, but it's very steep. So you still, it doesn't lock, but I mean, overcomes that, but you kind of still feel it. And you gotta wiggle a little bit to get the blade in the closed position, not too bad. I mean, there's no drop shot, no glide shot. A little nudge and it's gonna do the trick. So, I mean, this is a pretty cool custom knife. It's a very expensive one. This thing is gonna be in the $2,000 range, so not for everyone, of course, but this is a handmade knife. There's a lot of blood and sweat that went into the making of this one. You got a lanyard hole right there for your paracord and your bead. I mean, there's a nice pivot collar matching the back spacer. Pretty fantastic Damascus pattern. It's a carbon fiber scale titanium liners, floating back spacer. I mean, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on in this one, so the price is reasonable, even if it's very expensive. So there you have it. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.